Okay, we're on. Yeah, we're on. Alrighty.
I'm gonna do my quick intro and I'll bring you good to go.
Okay, let's do it.
Ruben, how's it going, man? Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
So, before we get to today's topic, just give us a little bit of a background.
Yeah, so my travels have led me to some pretty sacred spaces. I know we're talking about meditation on this one, and bringing it all back together with the theme of your program here. It's pretty much starts off just an adolescent who had dropped out of college, studying radio, television, and film, and sort of asking these questions that I imagine everybody asks, like, what am I doing here? What am I doing? What have we done as human beings in the past? Where are we exactly today? And like, what is the meaning of life? And all these questions that I soon found out the answers to, essentially through meditation and accessing these different parts of our being that is normally like dormant for a lot of people. But
Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing.
thank you.
Yeah, I think, if you mind me asking, where did you go to college before you dropped out?
I was at the University of North Texas.
Oh, okay, very cool.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun there. Go Mean Green, by the way, to anybody out there.
So meditation and this podcast, while including traveling, also includes meditation, mindfulness, and I feel, and I think you feel the same way, is that meditation and finding mindfulness in your life is very important. I think it's something that has clearly helped you, and it's helping me a lot because with mindfulness comes the ability, in my opinion, to really just enjoy life and not take anything for granted, as well as when times get tough and things are hard and you just kind of, you're like, oh, what's going on? You're like, that's where really the tricks and tips come into play.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if we stay on this mindfulness, like what is this kind of meditation mindfulness thing done for you in your life personally?
For me, it's mainly been a situation where, like, instead of me entertaining feelings of guilt or sadness or envy or jealousy or the whole list of what is considered to be negative emotions, I find that instead of me projecting these feelings of insecurity or what have you, what the strategy that I benefited from is essentially being able to silence that victimizing mind that is referred to as the ego mind. It's always like fear based. It's always you're not good enough. And so this fear creates doubt, in us. And so being able to like distinguish the difference between what I call the universal mind and the ego mind, once we're able to distinguish the difference between those two, we can accept the ego mind for the greatness that it is, and we can accept the spirit mind for the greatness that it is, and then we can marry those two together, or sort of create like a power couple sort of synergy where we're able to master both of those two. And so for me, it's always been like, if I'm frustrated with life, it's silencing that ego mind and sort of tuning in to, well, what does Source have to say about this? Or what does the mystery we call God have to say about this? And it's really just being open to the idea of receiving messages from your highest self, or your best self, or the self that your future you would truly appreciate.
Right. I agree 100%. I think one of the biggest things that causes a lot of worry and anxiety, especially in today's age, is not only your ego, but is your brain kind of feeding into those negative thoughts. And what's kind of scary is that once those thoughts kind of start going, it's like a snowball effect, and it just kind of goes crazy, and it's kind of like a whirlwind. You're like, you don't know what to do. But with meditation, and this is what I've found, that when your mind relaxes and your body relaxes, is like those thoughts can actually be tamed down a little bit. Like they can actually be, I wouldn't say like pushed away, but they can slowly be put in the back burner of your mind. They can be put very far, and then as you were saying, it's like with mindfulness, for me personally, something that I found is like, being your best self is sometimes very hard for people because of the negative thoughts. And what do you think? I mean, do you think that's something that people kind of struggle with, is like negative emotions or feelings?
Absolutely. So I'm on the board of directors of a federally recognized nonprofit 501c3. It's a Native American church organization. And I've had the pleasure of working with a number of different people during different ceremonies that we have with sacred plants. Things like peyote and ayahuasca and stuff like that. But
right.
So in being a part of these ceremonies, and then actually having the opportunity to lead these ceremonies, every now and then I do have shaman tendencies. So whenever I'm in these environments, I'm normally burning the sage and praying and casting upon blessings on the people that are there in the circle. But yeah, human beings in general, we've had military personnel, we've had political personnel, we've had your regular chiropractor, we've had one of the master masons from here at Lodge 12 here in Austin, Texas, came to one of our ceremonies. And people, what happens is we create these illusions. Mainly, I'm speaking about myself now, but what I find is that the ego mind is constantly introducing these ideas of either shortcoming or this like victim mentality, or what people call victim consciousness. And it's like, it's very empowering whenever we get these people to ceremony, and then we remind them that it's important for us to not give away our power to these things. It's very important for us to take our power back and say, hey, I'm not a victim. I'm actually the creator of my reality. And so, like giving people that power back and be like, yo, you have everything that it takes and that it would require for you to rise above and to be persevering, to be able to work through this. And I always remind them, you will persevere. And what's helped me honestly with a lot of this, because from what I've studied, going to the School of Metaphysics and different things, workshops and lectures and seminars, what we've discovered is that the hack is to be able to do daily affirmations, bro. I mean,
Right.
daily affirmations are absolutely essential to my personal self-improvement and road to, being a way shower and a way seeker and a way seer.
So, for the listeners, do you want to kind of describe what like a daily affirmation is?
Yeah, most definitely. I'm even going to tell you guys links to go check out consciousminds.org. We got a whole list of affirmations on there. Also, I wanted to let all your listeners know I'm super excited about this because you've given me a platform to sort of get my feet wet with the podcast arenas. And anybody out there, if you're feeling down and out, you've come to the right place. Gabriel and myself are dedicating a huge chunk of our life and our existence to making this world a better place. So I'm just going to go ahead and put my phone number out there on the record and for the record. If you guys are going through some ill times or you feel like you're in some sort of position where life is against you and you're not able to persevere, my phone number is straight up 214-815-8555. If I don't answer, leave a message, but I promise we're here to help out. Daily affirmations are so important, and I got introduced to these things, to daily affirmations through, I like to call him my homie. I've never met the guy, but I feel like we're homies. Deepak Chopra, man. I love this guy. I absolutely love this guy. It's like, when I listen to him, so I went on Pandora, bro, and I started this channel on Pandora called the Deepak Chopra channel. And it's probably been over a decade. It's probably been like close to 2 decades now that I had originally done it. So I go on Pandora, I open the Deepak Chopra channel, and it's like it's promoting his. He's got a CD called A to Z Affirmations. The something about rewiring your soul or something like that. But anyways, so I ended up going on Amazon. I ended up buying this CD years later. But so Deepak Chopra's got some epic daily affirmations. But I learned about daily affirmations originally through The Secret, the Law of Attraction movie. Which, if y'all haven't seen that, it's a very empowering, extremely transformational, and very awakening film. Highly recommend it. So yeah, I learned, and then on The Secret, how they talk about daily affirmations on there, and it's essentially, to give you guys an example, it's affirming your greatness, affirming your divinity. So one of the daily affirmations that I do is like, I am healthy and whole. And a lot of times people will find themselves doing daily affirmations in front of the mirror. I kind of just find myself doing it all the time. Like second nature, is just part of who I am. Instead of me engaging and entertaining fear-based thoughts, I'm already wired to where like as soon as I start thinking like I'm going to start entertaining fear victim thoughts, an affirmation automatically pops in and then brings me right back into what I call alignment.
Wow, that's really impressive. I mean, not many people, very few people can actually do that. I know, speaking from, young adults to teenagers especially, this is a big thing, is like, they, sometimes it's really hard to kind of give those affirmations and give those positive thoughts in your mind. And sometimes it's really hard to find those positive thoughts. I think, especially in young adults, with a lot of stress, whether it's school, jobs, relationships, whatever, family stuff, like, it's sometimes really hard to kind of get those affirmations and positive thoughts in your brain because you feel like you're being overwhelmed by just all this negativity, and it's tough, and I've been there sometimes. It's like, I have these thoughts, but, with, coming back with the meditation is like, meditation is a great way to get these thoughts out of your head. And, I do it as often as I can, whether it's 5 minutes or 15 minutes, however long it is, but it really, I mean, it changes your day. It changes it changes your life.
It changes your life, bro. Yes, you said it.
I mean, it's one of those things. And I know, I mean, Ruben, I mean, you can come in here and talk about it, but, like, sometimes people find it hard to meditate because they're letting their mind kind of just flow. And sometimes that's a little scary.
Yeah, that's a passive approach, though. I like to remind my brothers and sisters that you're in full control. Like,
right.
What's important to know is that we are like little creators. We have the ability to create and destroy, bro. And it's like at the end of the day, and the beginning of the day, and the middle of the day, throughout the whole night. It's what are you gonna do, bro? Are we here to destroy or create? And that's at the end. That's just what it is. And so when we get to this like ultimatum with this point to where like we're accepting our greatness, we're accepting our divinity. That's where the namaste comes from. For all you yogis out there, peace and blessings to you. Please keep stretching out. Please keep awakening those chakras and keeping those wheels spinning. But it's just very important to when you see like, are you either going to create or destroy? And it's like all I want to do is destroy fear and create happiness, bro.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Right. It's like
I'm 100%. I'm with you on that one. 100%. Happiness, and I was talking about this on an episode a couple of weeks ago. Happiness is a very important thing to have, because not only are you going to be happy, but when other people are happy, you have positive vibes, and that's really important for this world. There's a lot of negativity going on around right now, especially in 2020. And happiness I feel like that's going to be a major key in all of this, all this craziness, Yeah,
it's definitely a great opportunity to kind of to gather oneself and recollect. A lot of us were probably, I was spread super thin, getting my hands in a lot of different things, and with the quarantine situation, this global, I don't know if it's a pandemic or a plandemic or whatever it is.
Right.
It's the global situation has definitely allowed me to recollect, sort of regroup, get my priorities in arrangement, what I think is to be properly in a proper arrangement, because our priorities are always shifting, and and this situation where like police brutality and minorities, it really provides us an opportunity to truly decipher what our priorities are as the human race.
That's right. One of the things that if you listen to the podcast, you guys have this too, like to listen to on the podcast.
Yeah.
It's like change is a good thing. Change is always a good thing,
Yeah, most definitely.
Change and happiness. All right, guys. Well, with that being said, that is all the time we have today on Travel Please Podcast. Ruben, thank you so much for coming on the show. I really appreciate it, man.
You know what? It's been an absolute blessing. And again, for all you listeners out there, if you find yourself in a place that is not ideal or not what you would consider to be your happy place, Gabriel and I are here. We're going to make sure and leave some links below. And keep spreading peace and keep spreading love, guys. Thanks a lot, Gabe.
Thank you, Ruben. Thank you. See you later, man.
Peace. Love you guys. There you go, guys. So that was my very first podcast. Man, I'm super excited. Leave comments below. Let me know what you think. Was it juicy? Was it soft? Was it hard? I want to know your opinion, okay? Keep me posted. By the way, special thanks goes out to my big homie, Anthony Burgess, because I had to use his phone to get onto the podcast because I'm using this phone to do the live stuff. So I love you, Ant, man. Thank you so much. He's actually on the other side of the camera, so thank you, Ant. And what else? Yeah. share, like, comment. If you aren't feeling at your highest, greatest genetic potential, Medina's here to help out. I got so many clients that can prove and share information about what it is and what it is that I do, who it really is that I am, and I'm just here to help, guys. That's it. Humanity, we're all in this thing together. Ain't nobody finna make it out of here alive. So we gotta make the best out of it while we're here, alright? Peace, blessings. Oh yeah. If you're just now tuning in, please check out the I'm gonna close this, guys. I'm gonna close this, but thank you so much for tuning in. Rewind it. Please comment, like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. I can't say it enough. I love you. Okay, if anyone else in the world is Medina loves you. I promise. Peace.